Hello, and welcome to our day. I hope it was good for you. Our day of hot topics right here on The View. And our Hot Topics producer, Jason, isn't here today because over the weekend he got married.
Yeah. Right.
And Sherry, among other folks, were at this marvelous wedding. Yeah. Sherry, what happened, darling? Did you have a ball?
First, I have to say, because Jason Kornblatt, that's Jason and Dara Klein Kornblatt.
Yes.
They got married. I have never been to a Jewish wedding. Jewish people party like it's 1999. Oh, my goodness. You know, because there's a song by Prince, Party Like it's 1999. I'm going to hunt out every Jewish event and go to party. But it was so beautiful because it rained the entire time. But then when Dara came out, the bride, the sun came out, and she came out to this song, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and he wrote this beautiful, instead of saying a vow to her, he wrote a beautiful letter to her, and he said, thank you for letting me go to sleep at 8:30 at night, because he's got to be here at 3 o'clock in the morning.
He works hard.
He works so hard.
Get us our information.
But this is what was so wonderful. When they got to kiss each other, he tongued the bride. Jason Kornblatt tongued the bride. And I mean, in the Jewish wedding, his parents are right here, her parents are right there, and the rabbi was right. And because in my premarital counseling, when Jeff and I got married, they taught us that, you know, kissing is 3 seconds. You kiss for 3 seconds and you let go. He slipped the tongue in and it was good. Then we got to
He did some research. He knows that's a better kiss to have on your wedding day.
But we went into the reception, and it was great because he cried when he saw his bride. And Jason is a person, he didn't want to commit. He didn't want to get married. And so he cried when she walked down the aisle. But when we went into the reception, usually with the Christian weddings, there's like a whole schedule of things that you do. You know, the money dance, the dance with the vow. Everybody just went and started partying. I mean, we went from Hava Nagila to Mustang Sally. I mean, that's me dancing with Jason. They were partying like crazy. And then his father sang Mustang Sally. Then it was Thriller. I had the best time. Congratulations, Jason and Dara.
I wish I could be there.
It was so much fun.
I told him, I said, Jason, I wish I could have gone. I just didn't want to have like a water breaking during the wedding, so that would have done it.
You're still here, I notice.
Yes, I am.
Your belly.
Yes, I am, Joy. I'm going to torture you until the end.
When's your due date? This week?
The 11th. I'm a week away.
Yeah.
The 11th.
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem like she just has popped.
I mean, I'm going to pop all right soon. Soon.
She did not get a big behind. She's just have all belly, this girl.
No, you
just
can tell
belly.
she's from behind.
Some people just blow everywhere. Like,
Well, we'll
how
see.
much weight did you gain?
That's none of your business.
Tell us, come on. Come on. I gained 26 pounds when I was pregnant.
It?
That was it. Yeah, that's it.
I gained 45.
I don't know what I'm up to now. I feel like I gained some in the home stretch.
16,
maybe
maybe.
20-something, 21 pounds, 22 pounds, 23.
I gained 102.
102 pounds?
I gained 102 pounds.
Huge.
How big was the baby?
The baby was 6 pounds.
So you were the 96 pounds.
102 only justifies a baby elephant, not a child.
You used it. You ate everything.
No, I did not. What happened was I have a love affair with salt. Okay, now it's making sense. Now, most people have a love affair with a bag of potato chips, a bag of corn chips. I had a love affair with the factory. So I ate potato chips as much as I could, as often as I could, and I had a very healthy, funny-looking baby who grew up to be rather beautiful, which knocks me
rather
out.
gorgeous indeed.
Now it has to do with what you ate.
I'm glad, because imagine she'd be thin as a rail and salty.
But you were retaining, you were retaining
water.
Lake Mead.
I retained your water, their water. I retained everybody's water. But I'm a giving person, and nothing is stranger than hearing the water break. Because people always say, well, what is it? It's an internal sound. It's not a sound that you hear. So this is what I heard inside my head.
Really?
And I thought, what was that? And suddenly, I look, and there's a stream. A river ran through it.
It was no joke when it happens either. I've been wearing terry cloth all week because I figure I should just wear the towel.
Now, when you have the baby, does it after this first two? Did they come immediately, sort of after the water broke?
I didn't realize my water broke with Taylor because it didn't with Grace. I had to break my water with her. But thankfully,
what does that
Tim's
feel
mom.
like? Does it feel like
it feels like you peed your pants?
Really?
For a long time.
See, Alex didn't show up for 2 days.
Even though your water broke?
Even though the water broke.
Oh.
I was like, okay, come on.
You know, but
You can't get out of there without that oil. Yeah, it was
that baby
rough.
must have been so thirsty.
You're stuck on the salt.
I'm fixated on the salt.
Fixated on the salt.
That baby came out. She was like this.
Made for the camera.
Made for the camera, which she is afraid of. But speaking of being afraid, a new photo of Madonna that some may say have been doctored
Oh, my God.
has caused concern about her health, saying that her bulging biceps and veins are signs of extremely low body fat, which really actually is not a good thing.
That's all muscle that's showing under her arms.
That looks like something other than muscle. That looks like
but
that's
what
that
muscle looks
display
like.
they have of what's going on inside your body.
The prehistoric
It looks
human
like that.
body.
But I mean, really, are people so concerned? Yeah, I bet they're really worried about Madonna. They're not. They just want to see this picture and then feel better that they feel more healthy or not than her, and they just want to, you know, get a rise out of looking at her arms. They don't care about her health. Let's be real.
But now she's saying that it's doctor. She's saying that's not what she looks like in real life. Her arms. I could believe that's doctor.
Well, it doesn't look like she looked on the stage at her concert.
No.
That is not what her... Now, unless they have a really great makeup artist.
The thing about it is that the photo could make her look even fatter. That's the thing. Like TV puts on weight, you know. In the photo, you might look heavier, even than you are. So she does look overly thin to me.
And I'm in white today.
I can tell you one thing,
Madonna.
Madonna does not retain salt. So,
Well, she doesn't eat junk food.
No.
I'm a junk food person, and my ass shows it. Now,
okay.
I want to maybe put out a suggestion. Perhaps Madonna has been using a new exercise gadget called the shake weight. See if there's something that you might want to use if you wanted to get your arms muscular.
Introducing the Shake Weight, the revolutionary new way to shape and tone arms you'll love. Designed specifically for women. In just 6 minutes a day, you can get arms you'll be proud to show off. The Shake Weight is based on a completely new workout technology called dynamic inertia, which ignites the muscles in your arms, shoulders, and chest, so you feel them tightening and toning instantly.
Well,
would get that because I think that absolutely would work because if it weighs any like 3 pounds or 6 pounds.
That thing you always do.
Like this thing right here to get rid of this right here.
Well, but it's a machine that's doing the work.
No, but if it has a weight to it, like if it's 3 pounds or 6 pounds, just the fact that you have to hold it up while it's shaking, the isometric, it's gonna do something.
Well, whatever it is, maybe she's used it, maybe she hasn't. We won't know. Sherry, you'll try it and let us know. Ryan, didn't you just say you were going to order it?
I am going to order it, I'll tell you.
3 installments at $2.99.
Ryan O'Neal tells Vanity Fair that he's so estranged from his children that he didn't recognize his own daughter at Farrah Fawcett's funeral and started flirting with her until she said, "Daddy, it's Tatum."
Daddy? I mean, who does he think he is? Woody Allen? I mean, come on. It's so gross. I can't even think about it.
How many kids does Ryan O'Neal have?
Too many.
He's got Tatum and Griffin. And
well, I mean, let's talk about this reasonably. I have been around a lot of my friends who get very nervous when they see their daughter's friends in bathing suits on the beach or at the pool because they're afraid that at some point they may run into them with their clothes off and start flirting. I think this happens more often than we know.
But
that a father would not recognize?
Well, he hasn't seen her for like a while. And at a funeral, it's a little freaky.
Funeral, I think that something happens at a funeral. There's like an emotional compensation that happens, and some people.
The question is, why is he coming on to anybody at his ex-wife's wake?
No, but she just said. She just said.
That is really the issue. More than about her.
Have you ever heard of like funeral sex or people after
funeral
sex?
I'm telling you.
Necrophilia.
I'm saying not like at the funeral. Listen.
Is that like when you go to your reunion or your high school reunion or the Christmas party sex?
That is not how I got pregnant, but I I will say, there is a sort of need to comfort yourself, I think, post-trauma. So I think there is a case where people go to funerals, wakes, and after go and have sex.
I have to say. You're doing really well. Well, now, you know, if you... But I can't imagine what must have gone through his head of him saying, wow, and I stopped drinking.
But, you know...
And I didn't recognize my kid.
But it's something to be said also that he didn't recognize his kid because he doesn't spend a lot of time with Tatum.
Know her.
You know, I mean, he had a quote. He said, when they asked him about the subject of his parenting, he said, I'm a hopeless father. I don't know why. Just look around at my work. They're either in jail or they should be. And then he says a couple of the kids he'd like to take back.
He doesn't talk to any of his kids except for Redmond, whom he visits in jail.
So I'm like, the fact that you don't recognize your daughter...
That's a unique situation
That's a kind of a unique situation.
Father of the year, he's not.
Well... You know what? There are moments when I can say that as parent, I would not have given myself Parent of the Year either. Maybe he's not the world's best father, but I will tell you, he looked after